first decided to move to Ireland and saw the sheep, I thought there'll be a yarn shop on every corner. But when I got here, I realized it was a pub on every corner and no yarn shops convenient to me. So I started thinking, well, what will I do to overcome this? First thing I did was I purchased a spinning wheel from a local wood turner. Then I wanted to use certain fibers that were soft. You could wear them next to your skin. They were not coarse. And so I started researching the type of sheep that were here, the breeds. I would go to the agriculture shows all over County Clare and Mayo and other places and talk to the farmers and the sheep breeders to see what was available. And I bought 2 wensleydales and a blueface, and that's how I started out with my 3 sheep. I got these sheep as lambs, so in about, I guess 9 months' time, it was time to shear them. I found a local who could help me with that, and he sheared them for me. So I learned how to sort the fleece, pick out what I wanted to keep. Then you have to wash it and clean it to get it ready to use. And so I wash it, dry it, and prepare it for dyeing and spinning. The materials themselves, a lot of them I just gather from the fields. I get the ragwort, I get meadowsweet, which makes a beautiful yellow, lady's mantle flowers out of my garden, which makes a lovely green. So you just learn over time and by reading what flowers or what plants can produce what colors. Now that I have learned this craft for myself, how to spin and dye the wool that my sheep produce, I'm very passionate about passing this on to other people. So I've developed small workshops of just a few people where I am teaching them to dye with natural materials that we can find around us and how to spin. The first thing that needs to be done is to prepare the wool. So I show the students how to sort the wool, how to wash it. Then it needs to be carded. The purpose of carding the wool is to get the fibers going in one direction, and that makes it easier to spin. Then once it's carded, it needs to be mordanted in order for the dyes to be color fast, for the wool to take up the colors. So you use elements, minerals. And today we're going to first look at the mordants that we're going to be using with the natural materials. The purpose of the mordants is to make the yarn color fast. There's alum, and that's the one I use more often. It's not as harmful as some of the other ones. Then you have tin. I just use a pinch of tin. I don't have much of that. You just use a pinch, because if you're not careful with it, it can make your yarns brittle, can damage the fiber. This is the copper sulfate. This one I use very little of it also, but I also use it for my sheep. When they go lame, I mix it with Vaseline and rub it on their feet, and it helps to heal them. And this one is iron. It's just your regular iron. So there's other mordants you can use. Rhubarb leaves, you can use different things for mordants. There's loads of other ones, but these are the 4 basic ones. I know that if it became necessary, I could, with my skill of spinning, I could use the wool that is produced by my sheep, process it, spin it, and make it into things that we need for the family, such as bedding, blankets, carpets, knitted garments, anything like that. This is what I try to convey to my students, is that learn this craft, learn this handcraft. You'll have it for the rest of your life, and then if you needed to be self-sufficient and use it that way, you can.